then we'll discuss a brief about our training program, what we could figure out after talking to the member associations. These are the more or less we have planned for today. So with this, we would like to invite Dr. Das for his opening remarks. Dr. Das is Director General of APRACA.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon from Bangkok. I think some of you are in the morning also. We welcome all of you to join this NOMNAR meeting. Special welcome to Victoria from Armenia. APRACA do not have any Armenian member, but we gone up to maximum up to Uzbekistan. So also we have one member from Russia, which is not active nowadays. Rather, last 4 years they are not active at all. So this, I think all of us know the importance of this quarterly meetings of NOMNAR, and I'm sure that Saibal will be doing some presentation on the activities we did during this quarter, and also what are the activities we are proposing for the next quarter or next 2 quarters. One of the major area I think it's still we are missing is the enthusiasm within the membership. So I mean, it is definitely important to our members show more proactive roles in joining the meetings and provide their ideas, and also bring out the areas of concern, so that as a group we can try to resolve those issues. However, I must tell you that we are very fortunate to have Southern Secretariat as the currently functioning as the Secretariat of NOMNAR, and they're doing a wonderful job in terms of sending the emails, following up of those emails and all. I'm sure that there is in our last meeting we discussed something about some surveys and all.
Sure.
Probably we have already done the survey. If the survey is still not complete, let us first complete the survey, and we can add Armenia in the survey format, so that we also get some information from Armenia, and Armenia also get information from other countries. Regarding the upcoming Southern meeting, probably Southern Secretariat will be inviting the NOMNAR members, but I'm not sure, because we have a general body where all the these members are joining this, but probably the time has come that we may not invite all of them in all the meetings. So let us go for some kind of maybe in the next Southern meeting, we may have a separate meeting where we decide a committee, the governance kind of committee, which will be meeting, let's say, on monthly basis, maybe for half an hour or 1 hour, and all the members will meet maybe quarterly basis. Otherwise, it is sometime as Saibal was telling, the last moment there were some commitments came up, and they are not joining. So we need to ensure that even if the whole body is not joining, at least the the governance part is joining. I think with this, I stop here, hand it over to Saibal.
Yeah, thank you, Prasanna. Thank you, and let me welcome all the members who have joined for this meeting. Welcome, Victoria. You are being the first time meeting of yours. Vasanta, of course, is our old friend. He's and our friend from Laos. Welcome to both of you for the meeting, and it's happy to see all of you once again. In fact, unless, as I said, we completely revive in the sense, make it more active by bringing everyone on to the forum. This movement will not be able to sustain. So maybe I am expecting that we are inviting all of you for this National Conference of Southern, which is beyond 7th and 8th of October. And there we would like to have a separate, as Prasanna said, we will have a separate engagement with all of you. We are also looking at organizing a couple of 2-3 days exposure visit, because since we are all coming from different countries, probably it will be good to have a exposure to some of the developments which are happening in India, especially with regards to microfinance and financial inclusion. So Sangeeta is working on that. We are also planning to have some 2 or 3 days of extended stay here, so that you can have a look at, go around and see some of the activities, some of the programs of India in microfinance and financial inclusion. So that part we are taking care of. I'm sure Sangeeta has already sent you the letters for that. We would like to get your feedback, and we would like to know who are all attending that, because the visa process has to start, for which we need to send individual letters. So which will take a little time, and also we once again request at least the 3 members who are with us now, please give your consent and confirmation, as well as who are the members who will be joining in that conference, as well as the extended field visit. We'll be also contacting our other members. We have members from Nepal, we have members from Myanmar, even Bangladesh was there for some time. I don't know whether they're still continuing, because there are some geopolitical issues in between India and Myanmar, sorry, India and Bangladesh. So a couple of some disruption has happened, but things are now coming back to the normalcy. So should be better. They can come. They can also join us if they are able to do that. We also have members from Cambodia who are attending this program. Then couple of other countries also were there. I believe Indonesia was there, I believe, once. So if you can bring everyone together and have a physical meeting, then only we can really strengthen this movement and take it forward. So I once again welcome each one of you, and we would like to hear from you how we can take this nominal movement and take it forward and make it a stronger association, so that we can learn from each other and understand the issues and programs of different countries. So thank you so much, and once again welcome everyone for this.
Thank you very much, Mr. Owen. Yeah, I mean, although people last minute dropouts are there, but working in the association has also uh, oriented us that this kind of last minute thing happens always. But when we see this your agreement with whoever already signed and agreed to be part of it, it shows us a very good picture. So we need to work hard for sure on this one to bring everybody. So what happens that we are also, Mr. Mamin was telling, we are also planning something to bring, like last time, to bring people together and have a physical meeting. Unless and until we are doing it every year, it's taking a shape, but it is a little bit, what do you call it? Like little bit taking time, and it's a little bit slow. We have to somehow beef it up. So there is a small PPT. After this PPT, there will be a PPT from your Yashita and team on the newly promulgated law on microfinance in Sri Lanka. So it is also good to hear from them that what kind of regulation they have brought. So next time, I mean, that's one of the things in every meeting we will try to bring that in the countries, the member countries, what kind of policies are there that we can also learn from each other. So Sangeeta, if you can start the PPT, share the PPT. I will do some and then you come up with it. Can you put it on this, put it on slide mode? Slide mode. Right and down. There is the slide mode now. Now it is. So Sangeeta, first slide. So this is the name we know, and I mean all of us we know this one. That why Nomner, why I mean the little bit of background that Sadhan is developing the capacity apart from Indian work. We are also developing the capacities of the other countries. And once we also participate, I mean this HSBC partnered with HSBC to develop the capacity of around 12, 10, I think 10 or 11 CEOs of microfinance across globe. So from Russia to your Uganda, then your other countries were there. So then we keep on doing this one, and we have been invited for other forums to discuss about this one about India's microfinance. Then we and when we are developing our capacities of these other associations, we could understand there are certain things which is very unique to us, like the same thing we are discussing about policies, about capacity building, about products, about challenges. The challenges are also same because the countries, your socio-policy, especially your economic condition, more or less same. So in that case, we thought that why don't we start it in a very structured way? And at that time, fortunately, Apraka also, they were extending from their core area to microfinance. They have been extremely kind to us. Then we approached them. Then they told, "Why don't let us work together?" Then we brought together this Nomner. Nomner stands as a network of microfinance networks in Asia Pacific region. So we have put together some 1, 2, 3 points that what do we do it? Why we want to do it? One is connecting the institution. As the backgrounds are same, why don't we work together? Then there are a lot of knowledges. India is working. India is a very big chunk of my like your microfinance, like a good percentage. If you see the percentage across globe, it's a good percentage. So we have some experience. Philippines, other countries, they do have good experience. So we can learn from each other. Then your building up of knowledge is also very important. You know, microfinance is very dynamic. The need of poor is also very dynamic. So building up of knowledge and the capacity is one of the areas we do. Then strengthening overall architecture from policy to everything. Then advancing financial inclusion. It's a kind of impact thing that what impact we want to get from the interventions of microfinance. Another thing, we didn't put it purposely. It is also the joint fundraising, which we intend to do as well for the sector. Now, aggregated sector I'm talking about. Next slide. Then these are the things we have already talked about. Then the next one. Then if you see this one, this is what I was telling that we do have. So these are like 9 countries, and 7 they have already agreed to be part of it. And then there are these 3, like including 10, including India. So there are these 3 countries which are in communication with us Bangladesh, as Mr. Momin has already told, that we are looking forward to get their partnership, but they are taking their time. Cambodia, they are also the same thing. They have some geopolitical issues. And then Indonesia is, I mean, there is possibly a recent change in their organization and governance, which is actually prohibiting them to. We have restarted communication with them, but this is what it is. But it's showing a good picture. At least the people are ready. People are really looking forward for this one. This is our initiative. This is a joint initiative. Nomner is a house for everyone, so they can always contribute. They can, although we are moderating it from Sadhan, but it doesn't mean that's the way Sadhan does. Sadhan does its activities for the sector. That it's everybody contributes in it. Then we structure the thing together, very participatory, and also everybody is I mean everybody's view we accept, and then something we can do, something we need to get the partnership with someone, something we need to, I mean, we cannot do. So then we scrutinize it and take it forward. Next one is your activities so far. So Sangeeta, if you want to tell. So your, I think you have to mute, I think.
Yeah.
Is it so?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So good afternoon, everybody. So far, we have about 15 meetings amongst the member institutions. I have started listing from June 2023 when NOMNAR was formally announced. And we have so far 6 countries, 6 microfinance associations who have signed the MOUs. And we actually have started talking about this fundraising on various initiatives to various funding agency, donor agencies. But the recent will be ADB, with whom we were planning to speak to today, but they have postponed it to 23rd. So we wanted to speak to them before we come to this meeting. That is how our initiatives may start, and it will be interesting. Other activities that we plan to do are actually last year I had circulated a short-term, mid-term, and long-term initiatives as per the suggestions of the Dr. Das and our management. And so few suggestions had come with regard to micro insurance, and some countries are like Philippines, they are doing climate resilience activities as well. So the activities are like that, and I'm very happy to say that last year we could do all 4 meetings of NOMNAR, all 4 quarterly meetings. This year we have started with this, and I hope because of certain emergencies, these people have dropped off. Otherwise, they would have informed me beforehand. Actually, I'd be also requesting them to nominate somebody in case the main person is dropping off for some emergency. So this was last year's conference meetings that we had, last year's Sadhan's meeting on 13th of November, where in Myanmar and Sri Lankan delegates were the participants. The basic information have been compiled from 5 member associations who have signed the MOUs. We are waiting for others. I'll maybe follow up more, and also I'll send the compilation form, whatever information we need to Armenia also. And the challenges have been listed out like this by all the countries, those who have sent the information. So credit gaps are there, like India has some expertise, and being the biggest country amongst all these, and the oldest microfinance maybe. So limited funding is another issue. And today we'll be seeing what is the new regulation of Sri Lanka and will accordingly will be kind of charting out what needs to be done going ahead. There are many good practices from which we can learn, and we conduct webinars very frequently, almost every month. Maybe we can also figure out the interest areas of these countries or other countries. Here only 5 countries are enlisted. There are so many other countries who can actually tell us about their good practices, their challenges, and we have listed out these learning opportunities of the information that we have from 5 countries that we have received information of. And areas of collaboration, if you can see, that is huge in different areas. With every country, we can have a different kind of thing, and which will be relevant to other countries as well. This is the most like important areas of collaboration that we have found out. But other areas, like whatever areas is relevant for the another country, will be relevant for Nomnar as well, Nomnar countries. And these were the last meeting action points, out of which some of them have been done. And sustainability, of course, is the issue, and in which we had proposed this thing like professional lean secretariat with strong governance. Lao had suggested that. A resource strategy as fee-based services. Like this is their model, which they have suggested. We can figure out a sustainability model for Nomnar as well. And some action that has been taken, the concept note has been already prepared, that is shared with ADB, and we will have the BC on 23rd of July itself. And we reached out in between to Asian and African countries as well. That is how Armenia has joined, and there are several other countries we have also invited. Already the invites have been sent, individual invites to the all the existing and probable members of Nomnar. Yeah. And a brochure has been developed also, which is at this link. It's a big file. So already I have shared this brochure in this link. All of you can have a look and suggest what change that there can be done. A letterhead is prepared. This is a suggestive letter. We can have any modification you want. We can do that.
So you can send this your brochure, as Armenia has joined. So you can once again
I have
the
already
brochure sent.
Yes, I have sent to everybody. And
Mhm.
letterhead maybe I'll put in a drive and send. And this is the tentative agenda of today about the exposure visit and the Nomnar brochure discussion, our ADB supported initiatives, what will be the initiatives we should be proposing to ADB, and best practices already I have shared of the people who have sent the information, and anything else that would be suggested here by this. Okay.
Thank you
So much. Should I stop
Thank you,
here?
Sangeeta.
Stop here?
So we have already seen that what exactly so a couple of things we have already done. The survey which we intended to do, we have finished that one, and we put some points over here. Then we had a very good, we had a good communication with ADV, but unfortunately the meeting couldn't happen. I'm also looking forward for support of our partner countries, that if you have any idea at whom to approach for this kind of initiative, we'll be happy to start that initiative, in that discussion as well. One of the housing finance initiative, they are looking forward for some partnership. So we are also in communication with them, that if we can have something with them. So they are also looking forward for the capacity building type of on micro housing. They are working in 3, 4 countries in this stage, but unfortunately, India is their base market, but they have pretty good understanding. Now, another one we were thinking about the micro insurance side, that what is going on in other countries and if we can learn from them and how to develop micro insurance if we can do something around it. We'll be starting discussion on it in our group as well. And the third one is also building up of the green portfolio, how to build up the green portfolio. Every country has their own reporting mechanism. First, none of us, we have very strong data on it. We do not have the reporting mechanism, a strong reporting mechanism, although in some countries they have started, but not really very strong reporting mechanism. India also, we have started, but it is not for all. So, but many people, they are doing it voluntarily because that's also linked with the fundraising. So this is what we were thinking, and now it would be over to Vasanta and team, Vasanta, Yasita, and their team for a short presentation on the newly promulgated law in Sri Lanka. So over to you,
Yes,
Vasanta and Yasita.
yeah, thank you very much for giving this opportunity. First of all, I would like to thank Sangeeta and team to organizing this meeting, giving this opportunity, your commitment and dedication. Actually, we are ready to give our fullest support to establish this platform. And also, Yasita is ready to present current situation of our new regulation, new credit regulation act. That in addition, I would like to suggest if we can learn something, especially compliance, that because now we are ready to work with central bank after that regulations. Then we need to learn about that especially compliance part. Please think about.
Sure. We'll be happy to do it. We'll be happy to share it because we have certain experience of on compliance. Earlier, it was a different kind of compliance.
Again, thank you very much. That microfinance. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yasita.
This slide is not moving, is it? Are you changing the slides?
I'll be changing the slides.
We are still seeing the first one only.
Can everyone hear me clearly? Hello?
Yasita.
Yasita, your voice is very feeble.
Okay.
Can you come closer to the mic?
Okay. I hope everyone can hear me now.
Yeah, better.
Yasita,
Yes. Okay. Good. Give me a second, please. Okay, just to give a brief introduction about the Lanka Microfinance Practitioners Association. We incorporated in 2006 as a non-profit organization under the Companies Act.
Yasita, two things are happening. One, your voice is very bleak. We are not getting to hear, and there is also it is also breaking.
Okay, and can you hear me now?
Yeah, still it is very bleak, but still we can hear you. At least I can hear you.
Yes. Can you also come on video, Yasita?
Okay.
How will he,
The video.
if he is presenting, then possibly he cannot. Yes, Yasita, we are getting to see you. Now you start your presentation. Yeah.
Okay. I hope everyone can hear me now. I've increased the volume to the max.
Yeah, your sound is also very feeble, very low.
It's still low.
And now we can hear you. Clearly.
I think I can hear you also. You start, Yasita.
I'll do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So our key activities of LMFPA, one is the advocacy and lobbying for the microfinance sector. And then we do various activities to create a conducive environment for microfinance. We build capacities of our member organizations via training workshops, webinars, exposure visits, and we also network with local and foreign organizations.
Your sound has gone.
Sound has gone again. I hope.
No. No. Yasita, it would be good if you are pulling off your earphones. Maybe you can use your computer, your system. If you can speak.
Yes, there's something wrong.
Can you hear me now?
Now it's better.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, good. Right. Oops. Just give me a minute. Okay. So up to 2010, the microfinance industry has evolved in Sri Lanka. Up to 2010, mostly microfinance was conducted by cooperatives, NGOs, community-based organizations, and then there were some government projects also. Some banks were also into microfinance, and mostly not-profit organizations that were conducting microfinance up to 2010. Then around 2010 onwards, a lot of finance and leasing companies in Sri Lanka came on board to the microfinance industry, especially after the end of the long civil war. And then because there was a lot of demand in the north and eastern regions of Sri Lanka post-war era. But after 2016 onwards, a lot of for-profit organizations were coming on board for the microfinance sector. And because of that, there was a law that was introduced in 2016 called the Microfinance Act number 6 of 2016. Unfortunately, there were some drawbacks in that regulatory framework because it was mostly focused on regulating the deposit-taking institutions, whereby there was so many organizations in Sri Lanka at that time that were lending, giving out only credit and not taking deposits. So there was a huge vacuum in the regulatory framework. So because of that, by 2018, a new bill was drafted, and then LMFPA was heavily involved in discussions with the central bank and the finance ministry. And then in 2024, the bill was presented to Parliament, but then it took a step back because there were some concerns by a lot of civil activists, that saying that this was going against some principles, some articles in the constitution, and then it went to the Supreme Court of Sri Lanka, where it was determined that yes, there were some areas, where there was no level playing field for all practitioners. and all entities engaged in microfinance. So then the finance ministry, they formed a working committee. We were part of that committee as well. And what happened afterwards was that through this committee, there were amendments made to the bill. And then finally, the bill came as an act. The Microfinance and Credit Regulatory Authority Act was passed in Parliament on 20th March 2026. So the vision and the objective of this new Microfinance and Credit Regulatory Authority Act is to establish a stable and transparent financial ecosystem and to regulate not just microfinance, but money lending as well. So it regulates money lending, supervises microfinance, and protect consumers. These are the three pillars of this new regulatory framework. And if you talk about the core powers of the authority, one is a licensing part, where what happens in this the new regulatory framework is that it gives powers to an independent authority to license and regulate the microfinance industry of Sri Lanka. So the core powers of this authority is, one is to license. It has the power to grant, renew, cancel license for money lending and microfinance businesses. And then it also has the power to conduct surveys, research, and examinations and record of licenses. Then also to establish a complaint mechanism and to enforce customer protection codes, and also to conduct financial literacy and credit counseling programs for the general public. Now, if you look at the board of directors of the authority, the composition, there are in total 7 members. There are 3 ex officio members in this authority. The chairman of the authority board is the secretary to the treasury. And then the other ex officio is the deputy governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka and the registrar of the NGO Secretariat of Sri Lanka. Then there are 4 appointed members, 2 by the finance minister and 2 by the central bank governor. Now, the appointed members by the minister has to be an expert and experience in microfinance, and then also he needs to have the other member has to have expertise and experience in either banking, accounting, law, administration, or any other related field. Then 2 members nominated by the central bank governor, they need to have academic or professional qualifications and experience in banking, finance, microfinance, accounting, law, administration, or other relevant discipline. And then one of these 4 appointed members must be a female. So, like I said earlier, this microfinance regulatory framework has a dual licensing capacity. So that means on one side, it regulates money lending businesses. And then on the other side, it also regulates microfinance businesses. So for money lending businesses, the requirement for license is issued by the authority. Eligibility for the money lending license are companies, partnerships, societies, and trusts. And the validity period for money lending is only for 1 year, which is renewable. And there are strict display requirements of the license at all the business premises. When it comes to microfinance businesses, the license required is able to accept collateral deposits, but you need to be a money lender first in order to apply for a microfinance license. So you need to have the money lender's license first before you apply for the microfinance license. And entities under the microfinance are limited companies, limited public companies, as well as registered NGOs who are eligible to apply for a microfinance license. And the validity period for the microfinance license is a 3-year renewable license. Okay, so these are the
Is it the
licensing
same
and
authority which is giving the license also? Isita? Is it the same
Yes, both.
authority which is giving the
Yes,
license also?
yes,
I'm
both license same authority.
Same authority. So what will happen to the existing ones? They'll have to apply for the license.
there are 4 companies that are licensed under the central bank right now. They are
Okay.
already automatically drafted as licensed microfinance companies according to the new law.
So the remaining out, other than these four, if there are any, they need to get the license.
That's right. So
Right.
once
And
the authority is established, then they need to apply for the license.
okay. Do they also say anything about the interest rates and all?
They don't specify the interest rate caps, but that is the power is given to the authority to determine the interest rates for the industry.
Who will determine? Who will determine?
The authority.
No,
The,
actually, after establish that authority, they will issue guidelines. They will issue guideline.
Okay.
Through that, they will control interest.
Okay.
And this covers the entire island, isn't it? Entire country. This covers. And do they have local officers, or this is a central office is the only one which is going to take care of the whole thing?
powers of the authorities will be decentralized, and it will go to the provincial and district secretariats also. So
Okay.
like if there's a CBO or MFI operating in one particular district, they don't need to come all the way to Colombo to get their license. They can of course do it by the regional officers.
Got it. Got it. Very good.
So like I explained before, eligible entities for the lending license are companies, partnership societies and trusts. And then the processing fees, of course, it will be set out by the rules of the authority, like Mr. Vasant explained earlier. And the license validity period, money lending is for 1 year, microfinance is for 3 years, both renewable. And refusal grounds, of course, if the company is insolvent, there's a fraud history, or if they don't comply with the act, the authority has the power to refuse or reject the license. Then
Right.
this license is not transferable, and then prior approval is of course required for any structural changes of the MFI.
Yes, if I have a question, like I have a question. You were telling that first they have to get the license for money lending, then they can get the license for this what do you call it? Regulation. They will be under regulation. What is the difference between these two?
Yes. Now, for the money-lending license,
Hmm.
they're only able to lend and loans and recover. So they are not able to engage in any other businesses. Whereas when you have a microfinance license, you are able to accept collateral deposits from your borrowers. And
Okay.
then you're also able to engage in other services like micro insurance, hire purchase, even pawning. So, but of course, you have to get regulatory licenses for those
Approval.
as well. But you are allowed to engage in other services also.
Tell me one thing that before this promulgation of this act, where microfinance institutions in Sri Lanka uh, doing this mobilization of savings.
Savings mobilization was actually prohibited by the earlier Microfinance Act. Or
Okay.
you need to be a licensed MFI in order to
Hmm.
mobilize savings. So if you're just engaged in credit, there was no restrictions to engage in credit. If you're starting a microfinance business and just lending only.
Can you speak from
It
the
is,
system? Can you speak
yeah,
in
yeah.
system? Because we are not able to hear you.
You remove that one. It's better to use your system.
Right.
So it means in Sri Lanka systems are good.
Okay. So I hope you can hear me now. The only thing is that I'm not able to hear all of you properly because there's something wrong
Oh,
with my speaker.
gotcha.
Okay, okay.
But it's okay. I'll carry on. But if you do have anything, just
Can you not
raise your
use
hand or whatever, and
earphones for hearing and talking through the system? Is it not possible?
No, if you're putting earphones, then you cannot talk to through your system.
Oh, okay, okay.
There lies
Okay.
the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I continue?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please
please,
do.
please.
Please do.
Okay.
We are
Okay.
looking
Sure.
forward.
Okay, so now the authority also has able to enforce strict disqualification criteria for directors and officers of the microfinance company. That means there should not be any criminal convictions related to fraud or deceit, and the person must be undischarged, should not be undischarged, insolvent, or bankrupt. There should not be any history of being removed by regulatory authorities, and the compliance also as fitness and propriety standards as indicated by the authority guidelines. Now the other key pillar of this new regulatory framework is the empowering of the borrower. So it is a very wide area that clearly protects the consumer, the borrowers of the Microfinance Act. So it really looks after the customers based on the client protection rules. So licenses are mandated to ensure transparency and ethical conduct during all their financial transactions. So the key pillars in this area are pre-lending assessments to prevent over-indebtedness, fair treatment protocols, and the respecting of borrower rights. So that means in operational compliances for MFIs, all written loan agreements must be concise and available in local languages, either in Sinhala, Tamil, or English, based on the customer's preference. And then there should be complete transparency on the interest rates. So the nominal annual effective interest rates must be explicitly disclosed to the client. And then the MFI also should consider mandatory grace periods for according to the business nature and the repayment capacity of the client. And one more key highlight of this new law is that it gives access for all licensed money lenders as well as microfinance institutions to be declared as lending institutions for the credit information sharing. That means that they can become part of the National Credit Information Bureau, where they can exchange client data and access client credit history also. So this was something that was clearly lacking in the previous regulatory framework. So this was addressed in this one.
So in this case, all these cooperatives and others, they will also be updating this uploading their credit information on the Credit Information Bureau, right?
Can you repeat the question again,
Yeah,
please?
my question is, so in the present regulation, all those earlier cooperatives, NGOs, whoever was there, they can upload their member level data on Credit Information Bureau, right?
Yes, so that means
Oh.
once they obtain their license from this authority, they will
Hmm.
be declared as lending institutions according to the definition of the CRIB Act. So then they will be gazetted on a list by the minister, and then that will give them access to become members of the CRIB. So then they can share that information.
Okay, so they have to get that license. Then only they
Yes.
will be. Okay.
Yes.
So the
Yes. Yes.
cooperatives are also eligible to get that license, right?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
There are, of course, strict prohibitions based on the client protection area in the Microfinance Act. That means like there's any MFI is prohibited from obtaining signatures on blank spaces on incomplete loan documents. It's a punishable offense actually to carry on with like that. And unethical recovery practices also is really frowned upon. So there's zero tolerance for harassments, threats, or violent recovery practices. And like I said earlier, total interest recovered cannot exceed the principal amount lent to the borrower. So this is also a good thing moving forward in protecting borrowers' rights. Right. Now, like I said earlier, like these are the permitted business activities for microfinance entities who get their license, which is renewable for every 3 years. So they can provide loans and credit with or without collateral security. For money lenders, of course, they're not able to. And then the less limited savings for borrowers as collateral, which the money lenders cannot do. But for microfinance institutions, they are allowed to accept limited savings from their clients. And then they are also able to engage in micro leasing, providing micro leasing and microcredit insurance. So these are all listed in a very specific schedule in the Microfinance Act. And also they can engage in other services like technical assistance, marketing, and professional training for their clients. So like this is the transitional roadmap of the new regulatory framework. So the act was certified on the 20th of March 2026, Act number 9. And now the date, this appointed date is actually the date where it will be gazetted by notification on the authority. So then once the authority is notified and gazetted, then there's a 12-month window where the authority will give to all MFIs and other money lenders to apply for the license under the new act. And then there's 24-month grace period for all entities engaged in lending as well as microfinance to get their license once the authority is established. So they have a 24-month grace period to obtain their license to continue their business operations. So this is basically, in a nutshell, what the Sri Lankan regulatory framework is about. And as the association, we have taken steps to educate the public with regards to the new microfinance law and the implications of the law. So we have already started in creating awareness about this law. We have done one in Colombo in May, and just last month we started our regional awareness workshop campaign. We started in the Kurunegala district, and in selected districts we'll be conducting more awareness programs with regards to the Microfinance Act, as well as we are also touching on specific aspects in the Act as well. For example, like we did a webinar recently on the client protection principles, what the implications are, and how MFI should get ready to be aligned and to comply with the client protection principles, the requirements that is specified in the Act. And then the other area that we've identified is that the credit tax, the accessibility of the Credit Information Bureau. But the thing is that even if you get the license, you need to have your systems properly aligned, with providing information to the CRIB. So how are you going to be prepared for that? So we are, in the future, we'll be having another training series together in collaboration with the Credit Information Bureau on that area, to prepare the clients, the MFIs, to be well ready and to align their MIS systems to be accessible to the CRIB. And then furthermore, I think end of this month, we are having another awareness workshop, actually a panel discussion we are getting down the four CEOs of the already registered licensed microfinance companies to share their experience about on their journey in the microfinance regulatory process, because they are the four companies that are registered with the central bank. So they have gone through a lot during the past 10 years, since 2016 up to now, on their licensing and the reporting and the compliance with the central bank. So which we can expect something similar with the authority. So we are having this awareness program, a panel discussion, where we'll be sharing the experiences of the currently licensed microfinance companies to share their thoughts and views. And also at the same time, we are also conducting a survey among the microfinance stakeholders in Sri Lanka to get their ideas, their suggestions about the authority, about what they want from the authority and how they their suggestions, so because we thought it would be very useful when it comes to having discussions with the finance ministry. We recently had a discussion with the finance ministry, and even they welcomed this initiative very much, because they said that yes, this information would be useful for them, before they establish the authority for specific areas, to cover. So this is what I want to share with you. So, and thank you very much for your attention.
No, this is a very good information. This is what we wanted to understand from you also. I mean, if I'm not wrong, you were working with MCRIL for code of conduct, right?
Come again?
Now, there is one institution called MCRIL. They were working with the association for code of conduct or something, right?
Yes. In fact, LMFPA, we developed a code of conduct back in 2018. And it was largely focused on client protection principles.
Right.
And we did some upgrading and we did some tweaking just about a couple of years ago. But it was very useful, and we have embedded it into our membership. Like if you are being a member of the LMFPA, you are definitely required to comply with the code of conduct also.
Right. We have done that one also. And one of the activities you were telling that you had had a meeting, a sectoral meeting with the Ministry of Finance and this newly formulated regulatory body. You have to do it anyway. You have to do it very regularly.
Yes,
that's one of the things we do. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you for your this. So what we require is your PPT. Yasita and Vasanta, if you can send the PPT and also the link of this your regulation, if it is available on the website, it would be good to get together. I mean, accumulate all these regulations of all the partner countries will be good. It will be a good document.
Sure, we can share the act.
Yes,
a copy of the act as well as the presentation.
Yeah.
No problem.
That will be good.
Tell me one thing, is how many MFIs you have in your country? Around?
Actually, our membership nearly 34.
34.
But so many, so many microfinance organizations, but unregulated and not LMFPA members.
So you are saying 34 are regulated ones?
No,
only 4 regulated.
4 regulated. There are 30 odd members, 30 odd member organizations of LMFPA, but there are more than 100 or even maybe 300 over MFI. So this licensing process will actually enumerate all the MFIs in Sri Lanka once we get the license. Yeah.
So after this, now the act has come. If somebody operates without license, are they going to get
penalty?
Yes.
Penalized and all?
Yes, it's a punishable
no, without
offense.
license, it's a punishable offense. They can't do.
Okay.
Without license, they can't do.
Right. Great.
Yeah. Excuse me. Really sorry. I have another meeting.
Then I
Then
think we are also
Yasita
we are
will.
also closing. I think it's a long meeting, so we are also closing now. Can we hear something from our other friends, Payana
So
and
yeah,
Victoria?
I'd be looking forward to hear from Victoria, although had a very good meeting, but still, Victoria, if you can add on. I do have two things to discuss also after this. Please don't go. I mean, Yasita will be here, right?
Yeah. Yasita will
Okay.
continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Perfectly
Thank
fine.
you. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Good to see you, Vasanta.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye. Yeah, Victoria.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Your voice is breaking.
Is it okay with the voice? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I think it's something with the system also. Maybe next time I will try with the earphones. So is it okay now? Can you hear me well?
Can you please stop your video if audio is better? Yeah, if you can.
Yeah, is it better now?
Yeah, it's better. Yes, it's better.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, I just wanted to say that it was a great opportunity to get to know and to get more information about the microfinance sector of Sri Lanka, and overall, I think our membership in this in the association would be a very good opportunity for us to share our knowledge and experience about the sector, and also to get more exposure to the member countries and to know what the practices are. So I'm really looking forward to receive also today's presentations and more information about the legislative framework of Sri Lanka and other member countries. And it would be also a great opportunity for me to share more information about how Armenia works in microfinance, probably at one of the upcoming meetings
Sure.
with the colleagues.
Great.
Yeah, because I think we have a lot to learn from each other, and also in the presentation that I saw in the beginning, when where you had a summary of how each of the member countries associations work, how many members they have, how many microfinance institutions they are, what are the challenges that they face, and what are the opportunities that they have, and the positive sides that can be shared. I think on our side we can also afterwards share with you this information, meaning outlining the points where we think we have some expertise and could be helpful to share some expertise with members of the association, and also mentioning the areas of collaboration where certain support could be required for us as well, so that we could learn from each other.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We would be looking forward, and another support we would be looking forward from you. If you can introduce other countries in your geography, if you can introduce, as that day we were discussing that other countries are there, if you can introduce them to us, and we can we can start discussing with them to
Yeah.
build up this your platform, because the number of countries, the increase in the number of countries also increase in the knowledge and
Yeah,
chance
sure.
of learning from each other. So we'll be looking forward for your that support.
Exactly. Actually, next week, with the Association of Microfinance Institutions of Armenia, we have planned trip to Georgia, to Tbilisi.
Okay.
And we are in good collaboration with the Microfinance Institutions in Tbilisi, Georgia. And the sector is also quite large there because the population is bigger than in Armenia. And also the financial sector is quite developed, including some expertise in FinTech components, in digitalization, and also in climate and social components. So afterwards, after the trip, I think we could also share information about them and try to connect you directly to see
Thank
maybe
you.
they could also join.
Thank you very much. We'll be looking forward for that one. So, I mean, we have our colleague from Lao Microfinance Association, Pai Bana, if I am. So, over to you.
And Victoria, please take note of the dates for our conference, national conference, where we will be inviting you and your team and whoever is
So
interested to join us.
we will
And
discuss
also,
on that one.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I have to
Sure.
take 2 minutes for discussion on that one once we hear from them. At around that, we are
Yeah.
also spinning our this in like their this your visit to India.
Fayana, are you there? Fayana.
I don't know, but he is look. Acha, she is there. Acha. So anyway, let us be hearing from her in a bit of time when we can communicate. So what happens that on your 7th and 8th October, the Southern National Conference, it's for everyone. We will send you the invitation and everything. So 7th and 8th, there is this National Conference of Southern. It is also a very big, and that's the melting pot of Indian microfinance. And we discuss, we decide, and we take it forward. We that for next 1 year we take the decision forward. So it's on 7th and 8th year October. But what we are also thinking that if you guys are coming to India, why don't we have? That's also one of the requests from our members that if we can organize a visit to the microfinance sector of India. So we could craft a kind of plan, a kind of 7 days visit, including your like attending the Southern National Conference. So there will be a member visit, there will be field visit, then there will be a visit to the DFI and your regulatory body, Reserve Bank of India. So all these plans are there. So it's a kind of 7 days. So one day you people will come, and then there will be 5 days of all these activities. And on the sixth last day, there will be a debriefing and there will be dispersal. So this is what we have planned. Please pencil your calendar, that one, and we will be sending you all the details. And during this time, on the first day, 7th evening, there will be a physical meeting of Nomnar. So this is what we have planned. Hope everybody is fine with it. And the other thing that, yeah, Victoria, you're telling something.
Yeah, I just mentioned that it's a great idea to combine the conference also with some field visits, and it would be great if you could share this information
We
with
will
us
send
as
it.
well, so that we could see if that fits into the planning and plan well beforehand.
Right.
Yeah.
So we will maybe in a week time or 2 weeks time, we will send the details to you, means to our members to decide. And the other thing is that, Yashita, yes, we will be organizing a special training for you people on the compliance and how we are doing for a long time, what are the challenges, how are we grappling, how are we once again coming back into the course, and then we are walking. So we'll definitely do it. Then there are three training programs which we could identify that from your responses, this micro housing, micro insurance, and your building up of green portfolio. If you have something add on or anything, we will be happy to take it forward. At least we can keep it in our mind to do it. And if you, it would be good also if you tell us that which one will be better for you. You can send this response on the group also, that you have to tell it today. It's not like that. But soonest would be better for our logistic reason of logistics. And if you think that any other country they are doing it well, we can also organize that one in their country. So Dr. Das will be helpful for us to help us to identify that where we can do it. For housing, though, definitely it's India, as I could understand, housing for the poor people. Micro insurance, yes, we have something, but it is not that much. But structurally, we are good. And building up green portfolio, yes, we are working on it. And there is a reporting mechanism of Indian government. It's also very exhausting. So this is what we had. So we could get some points for you from your end. And now I'd be looking forward
1 minute,
to
Sehgal. As you said about
Dr. Das.
microfinance,
Yes,
yeah,
Das. Yes, Dr. Das.
you told about micro insurance. I think if you really want to connect with the
Philippines.
with the
ILO. Okay.
ILO Social Finance Division,
Okay.
I think they are working on the micro insurance, and they can provide some kind of
Yeah.
training on micro insurance. They're currently working in mostly in the Pacific Island, but definitely if our members send their demand for micro insurance, they have to come up with some modules for
Sure.
Nomnar.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. They every year they conduct a training in Turin, right?
No, that is a paid one. I mean, I'm not talking about the paid one. Paid one,
Okay.
based on your members maybe, but I'm talking about Nomnar. Nomnar is a regional or maybe kind of a global. So they will be some basic micro insurance, but for the in-company training or for the Torino training, they have different modules.
Okay.
So every year they change for micro insurance, for the livestock, sometimes it's for the horticultural crops, something like that.
So we will be in touch. Do you have anyone?
Yes. I can send you the two of them.
Okay.
Who are in charge of this social finance division.
Would be happy to take it forward. Thank you very much for your suggestion. So over to you, Dr. Das, for the closing remarks, you and Mr. Momin.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. I was listening to what Vasanta and Yasita. I also learned from Victoria that they are in touch with the countries like Georgia and maybe some nearby countries in that region, where microfinance is, yes, he is right. The microfinance is really developed there. Even their microfinance in agriculture is even higher than the microfinance in agriculture in other countries of Asia. So probably if we can link with some of them, some of these countries will be very good experience for our MFIs and the associations, that how they are operating in that part of the world. So that is one. Thank you very much for sharing those, Victoria, and also Yasita for sharing the new new government rules and regulations for the microfinance. Yeah, microfinance need to be regulated. We all agree to that. Some of the countries do have a different regulatory bodies. Some of them are being regulated by the central bank. Some of them are self-regulated. So there are many types and issues and challenges are really different. So thank you for sharing those things. I'm sure that all these experiences will be very much helpful in during the next meeting in New Delhi. So I also request all of you to send your quick response to the invitation from Sadan regarding your interest in visiting some of the areas of interest, and you can also share your interest areas which Sadan will try to match and prepare the field visit accordingly. So thank you, Saibal, Sangeeta, Gigi for inviting me and organizing this meeting. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So over to you, Mr. Mohammed.
Thank you, Rusanda, for being part of this program, being part of this movement. So you are the one who has made it possible. But I'm only a little worried that we are not getting the traction and we are not able to bring everyone together at a forum. So I hope that at least in the next meeting, we will have much more better participation and everyone will be there. So because this is, as you rightly said, learning from each other, this is a wonderful opportunity for all the institutions. We are all having a similar kind of socio-economic conditions in our countries, especially those in the Southeast Asian countries. I'm definitely we are all in the same similar nature. So it'll be a great thing to learn from each other, like we heard from Esda and Vasanta about their regulatory, the microfinance regulation. Something similar to that, I'm sure everyone will be having. So if we can understand each one and find which is the better one, probably we can also look at giving suitable suggestions to our authorities regarding that. So let's make this moment a little more stronger and let everyone be there. And I request everyone to come to Delhi during the national conference and be here for 2-3 days so that you can also understand and learn a lot from India. And let's strengthen this fraternity to a better organization. So thank you so much once again. Thank you for sparing your time and being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.